Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video on the channel. Inside of today's video, we have a Brawl Cup pre-invitational. Big shout out to BSEN for doing this. This is absolutely insane because we get to see the best players in the world just before Brawl Cup and across all different regions as well. A lot of the teams have flew out pretty early, so this is for like $3,000 in total as well, which is fantastic. Again, a big shout out to Ready Set. I'll show you guys the bans through this way because again, he's been streaming it. Big shout out. I'll leave all the links in the description to the Maturino, to Ready Set, to the organizers as well. Big shout out. So we can see the bans and the picks here. We see Pierce, Jae-Young, and Jean banned out. We see a last pick, Crow from Humble as well. We see the Jean double banned, Nadia and Colette. So we do see a bit of roughs here. The global bans are Edgar, Leon, and Shelly. I think Humble just wants to ban Shelly maybe because they're just testing some things out in terms of just want to find out who is actually meta. Sometimes teams in scrims and just practices will just throw away bans so they get to really test out the meta. So those are the compositions, and we'll move into it as soon as, there we go. Let's take a look now. Beautiful, perfect. So you can see those are the global bans right there. Again, I'll keep reminding you guys at the beginning. So let's take a look at things then. So it's Only Realm versus Humble. Only Realm traveled to Europe a few days ago, I believe, and I don't think there's any connection issues from most teams. I saw like teams like Zeta and Crazy Raccoon really struggling with some recent scrim results. See Bobby getting a good kill onto Semantic right there, and already Only Realm in a promising position. So in terms of the overall composition, I don't know whether I like the Crow. Crow can be good into Mina, but I don't know whether it's all that convincing, especially in a knockout game, and especially, yeah, I mean, it can maybe be alright once Meeple starts getting some good boxes in, but Meeple's really going to struggle, especially against the Rilfs, and then because Meeple's using box, sometimes it's not the best against the Mina, so it's up to Semantic to see whether he can pop off with this Nanny. So Bobby again with the kill onto Semantic. Wow, if Semantic just not clicking gadget fast enough, I'm not entirely sure what's really happening with the assignments, but Bobby seems to be popping off on the snipers thus far. So in terms of the bracket and the way that teams got here, we'll see if Boss can get a kill here. He's got his Super Luke. He's actually going to go into Bobby there to try and make something happen, but he's going to fail, so it's clearly going to go into the next round. But as I was saying, in terms of the bracket, we had Humble beat out Eternal as the ones that I just watched out, and then Only Realm 3-0 Tribe Gaming. So pretty convincing result here. So yeah, this is a good indication on what the teams are looking like before Brawl Cup. We're still yet to see like everyone's true potential. I will be doing a Brawl Cup prediction video literally I think Thursday or Wednesday. I'll be uploading that, but again, this is definitely going to be a good indication. So it's going to be a best of 5, just like normal tournaments. And the resolution's a bit different because normally I just take it from the Brawl Stars stream, which is a different, I think they use like a PC emulator. I'm just using my iPad here. So again, Humble didn't really start off too like fast there. It was really uncharacteristic from Humble. I don't know what was happening in terms of Angelo and Nanny matchup. I don't know whether Semantic is using the gadget or not, or just not timing it correctly. So he is timing it slower. I don't know whether that's a skill issue, a ping issue, or whatever else. But we found a kill onto Ruffs. Anyways, yeah, Bobby's hitting some great shots onto Semantic, it seems. I'd feel like, I mean, Angelo can be half decent into Nanny, but I feel like Nanny should be winning that matchup most of the time. Semantic's going to open up that left right there. And yeah, Humble going to close that one out. So well played from Humble as far. So what I really like about Brawl Cup as well, you get to see the meta for the pros, especially with global bans. It will be a little bit different. So I always trying to say it a little bit. Don't look entirely at like what the pros are completely picking everywhere, right? Because a global ban system, what you often see is these, I don't know, these 5th, 6th best tank counters start being played. For example, we started seeing a lot of Gale a couple of months ago for just no apparent reason. Well, the reason was all the other tank counters were banned out. So yeah, we might see some stats a little bit skewed because that obviously doesn't replicate the meta, if that makes sense. Like, just because it's being played, it's just literally because all the other brawlers, and like the strategy of the bans just really dictates what is being played, which I really like, by the way. But it's just some people just interpret the data a little bit differently. So the gas is starting to close in here, but Bobby has a treat, so he's going to be looking like the one to make a play. Sans trying to get a 4K onto people, but Bobby gets the kill. Luki's got a super. He's going to hang on to that because there's no point. And yeah, Bobby's really popping off on the Angelo so far. Seems to be getting some important kills. So here, again, because Meeple is using box, he's really suspect to Amina. But it's because it's Meeple and knockout. You got a hyper charge here. He can probably get something to work, it seems. So yeah, by the way, I'm sorry for the late upload. I was going to just plan to do this tomorrow. Oh, Sans might be able to get a combo. He is going to get a combo into boss, and Sans probably going to go down here. Luki jumps in, might not have needed to do that, but now Bobby in a 1v1 versus Semantic. Can he find the kill in time? Should be able to. Imagine if, okay, the poison's going to trickle him down. Okay, there we go. Early Realm are going to win the first set quite convincingly in the end. So really well played from Bobby. He seems to be absolutely tapping right there. I think that was the big issue. Like with Meeple, yeah, I think if they went rage quit, that would have actually had a much better chance of winning. I think their strategy with the box was just to try and gain some map control, perhaps. Again, they're the pros, but you know, rage quit can help you counter them, you know, really well. So that's gonna be first set going to Holy Realm. Let's jump into the next one. All right, guys, jumping into set number 2, we have Gem Grab, Death Cap, Trap. I didn't get to see the draft and how it went with this one, but I'll take a look back probably at the end of this video to see what their bans and whatever else were. So we see the kit Semantic. Well, I can quickly refresh. Oh, I see the bans. So the bans were Mortis, Stu, and Chester, Naja, Crow, and Colette. So a Fang pick. Fang is starting to become a pretty decent last pick in the meta right now, and especially because, again, of the global bans, it's helping brawlers like Fang, and these other assassins are a bit lower in the pecking order, be that much better. So yeah, Fang probably is going to be really good into this Byron pick. Boss somehow manages to stay alive. He's going to use his Hypercharge onto Sans as well. But Lily and Kit should have a good matchup into both Lumi and Ruffs there. Kit is really good in the Gem Grab meta right now. To pair, oh, that's going to be a good takedown from Holy Realm, and managed to actually sneak the gems as well. Really well played from Bobby. Hypercharge in, no, super in and hypercharge out. Really smooth connections there. Wow, okay, I just didn't expect that. I mean, I really like Byron and Gem Grab, but all it takes is for one good assassin play, and Byron just can't defend himself. So yeah, Humble, not actually, well, we're getting humbled right now. It is one game away from 2 sets up, which is, again, a little bit surprising. Humble have been so dominant across multiple years, and some question marks over Only Realm for sure. But they've been pretty solid. Damn, Sans is already Star Force 2. Bro, how much money does he spend on the game? Okay, so I mean, yeah, Byron's gonna be good into Lumi. Like, Boss has got the taps into Lumi early game. Lumi just doesn't have the range to even compete whatsoever here. So I guess the keys are just completely with Bobby. Luki's going to get an easy kill onto Ruffs. So yeah, Ruffs is good in the meta, but most of the time you got to either pair it with a tank counter, or you pair it with a super that's good with hypercharge. So good early pressure here from Humble again. I think Sun's going to use super onto Semantic to take him down there. Again, you can just see 2 assassins just constantly going onto Lumi and Ruffs. There's not much that Holy Realm can really do here. So Bobby's trying to tank that hypercharge there. He does it successfully, and Lumi isn't gonna manage. Might actually manage to get Luki down here. Yeah, just get Luki down. Hypercharge Sans as well. He's gonna get connection onto Boss, and he might be able to get the kill onto Boss as well. Wow, this is some really good turnaround plays there from Holy Realm. The start always goes the way of Humble. Semantic with a really questionable jump there. I don't know why he's jumping onto Lumi, but hypercharge coming down from Bobby. He's going to secure 1 kill. He's going to get a 2nd kill. He doesn't even... Well, he could have maybe supered out there, but Semantic's going to go for the jump onto Lumi again here. He's going to get connection onto Apache. Nearly gets the kill onto Sans instead. Sans needs to heal up. Luki's got a super. This could be the turnaround here. He's going to aim it for Bobby instead. Bobby gets the stun, and that's going to be Holy Realm going 2 sets up at the moment. Looking very strong. Some really good clutch plays there from Holy Realm. I mean, the comps have been a little bit I don't even know. Like, I would have actually favored Humble there. I just think maybe Kit just didn't really work in that composition. The Fang really worked in that composition into the Byron. So yeah, really well played from early round. 2 sets up. Let's jump into the next one. All right, guys, jumping into the third set here, we have Ring of Fire. Again, didn't get to catch the draft. But in terms of bands, I can see here, Colette, Nigeria, and Crow again from early round. The same 3 bands. And then Pam, Penny, and Meeple for Humble. So we see another Fang pick here. This is really interesting. I mean, we've seen a lot of Lumi, and Fang is a great counter to Lumi, and also like a good counter to Ruff. Seen a lot more Ruffs than anticipated as well. You know, Stu is also improving a lot in the meta, so yeah, Fang has definitely improved so much and a lot more than maybe I give Fang credit for. Inside of my tier list, did I put Fang in a C tier? I can't remember. I think Fang is definitely high C, low B at the moment, especially in pro play. Pro play, he'll probably be seen as stronger because of the global bans. So we see the Draco for the zone time here. We see it not really working out to plan there because things can actually counter it out pretty well. But all things considered, still looking good for early round. Bobby's going to look to try and make some offensive pressure here. Good pinch from Sans there onto the Fang. They've got to worry about Semantic though once he respawns. And Fang on a really open map like this should be able to connect onto them pretty easily. Hypercharge as well. It seems the common theme here is still the pros are abusing a lot of Ruffs. Ruffs has got to be one of the most played brawlers in pro play. Because even if it gets countered, you know, eventually he's going to get his Hypercharge super. He's eventually just going to give a Hypercharge super to his hard carry. And that's just the way that the pro meta works there. So Boss, I think, popped... Did he pop Hypercharge there? So now he's without Hypercharge. Yeah, I don't really understand that play from Boss. Maybe a little bit of desperation there. Because now he has no Hypercharge. Fang is going to get deleted pretty easily here. Bobby has Hypercharge super upon return. We could be seeing a sweep here from early realm after all things considered. A great Hypercharge there from Lukey. Bobby's just going to wait for his teammate there. I think Patch is going to try and make some pressure down there. And here we go. Hypercharge from Bobby. I don't think it's much that they can really do. Gadget's going to be popped as well. Spanx is going to go in, but it doesn't matter. Early realm are now just one game away from a sweep against Humble. That is just insanity. That was insanity. I didn't expect that. Most people would expect a Humble win here. And again, it is a match arena at the end of the day, and things can change towards Brawl Cup, but it's still a big statement. It is still an absolutely huge statement to go out and 3-0 Humble here if they can close everything off. Let's see whether they can close it, and especially because of the EU-NA rivalry. I mean, I want Bobby to do well, but I'm always rooting for the EU boys as well, you know? We don't want EU to falter to NA unless it's Tribe. But Tribe got 3-0 swept, so yeah, we don't talk about that. We don't talk about that. So, yeah, overall I've been looking good with Patchy. Definitely, the roster change and the pickup is already paying its dividends. They've already won one monthly final. They're starting to look like their old self. And to be fair, I do like to see it. Even if I hated NA, you'd like to see it because you want to see the most competitive overall environment in Brawl Stars, right? Anyways, I'm waffling right now. It's looking much better for Humble, but as the game went on, it kind of just lost its way. And is it the Fang pick? Let's see. Let's see if Fang overrated by the pros, overplayed a little bit too much. You can see here, like, Semantic isn't even going in at the moment. He's going to wait for that gadget to be popped. Okay, he mistimed that. I think he was waiting to try and get a fresh kicks hit from it. So fresh kicks is good, but it's like, when are people one shot from your super? That's the problem here. That is the problem here. So Semantic's just waiting to get the kill on someone with a super, and it's just not really paying its dividends at all right now. Like, yeah, Fang can be good at closing off kills, but it doesn't feel like he's a good at a zone time brawler. I feel like there'd be better brawlers to apply pressure. Even, for example, like, Ali won't be good in this matchup, but I feel like Ali would still be better. So Semantic's going to pick up the Hypercharge treat. I mean, again, look, this Hypercharge Draco is just so much better than Fang's Hypercharge, so again, not really understanding absolutely everything right now. Bobby's got another super. This looking like an early round 3-0 sweep. Lukey's going to get pretty weak. Boss going to pop his Hypercharge treat. He's going to throw that back. Semantic's going to pop Hypercharge super onto Lumi, get the kill, but it's just really hard for them to really deal with this Draco. Bobby is playing it absolutely beautifully so far. It's just Boss left on the zone. There's no chance he's going to 1 versus 2 this, surely. Sans got his Hypercharge. Patchy, he's going to stay in the zone. And early round 3-0 sweep Humble. Okay. Wow. That was definitely unexpected. Some bad drafting decisions. Not overall great gameplay from Humble either, to be fair. Is this a sign of things to come? I've heard some whispers, but I mean, maybe this is the kick up the backside that Humble need. But fair play to Bobby and Overrealm there. They played absolutely fantastically. It seems like they drafted better. It seems like they're on the same page. They weren't making any mistakes. I don't know what to really say about that. So yeah, that's going to be it for today's video, guys. A really cool competitive game. I wish it would have been a little bit closer, but hey ho, the winner wins, I think, at least 1,500 from this. So pretty decent change there from early realm. So yeah, that's gonna be it for today's video, guys. Again, I'm going to be posting a prediction on my Brawl Cup I think Thursday or whatever, but I will be also traveling to Brawl Cup, and I will be doing videos whilst I'm there talking about Brawl Cup, giving you guys prediction tips as well as the tournament unfolds. So make sure to subscribe for that. Anyways, that's going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed. Don't forget to like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.